Very warm welcome to you, my sweet cherry baby dolls. I'm going to ask you a simple question. Please put on your pants and answer this for me. During the internet stock bubble run for the NASDAQ index ran up 2,200% over 10 years, up only. Literally 22x over 10 to 12 years, up only. I want to ask you something. How high do you think the US Fed interest rate was during this time? Because we saw such a gargantuan run, we peaked at $3 trillion up here. This was $3 trillion. That's right. In 1999, the NASDAQ index was equal to the crypto index peak of 2021. That's how big it was 24 years ago. How high do you think interest rates were? Well, you're most likely wrong because they were huge. That's right. Huge. Like our friendship. You can't put a limit to this. Have a look at the left-hand side. Please squint your eyes. In fact, I am thinking you don't need to squint at all, friends. Have a look at this. Do you see this left-hand side over there? Look at this. You see this? 5%, friends. Look at this internet. Stock bubble. 5.5% interest rates. Can you believe it? Like, you would never ever think, what the hell is going on? Something crazy is going on here. How the hell did that happen? Well, I'm going to continue now. I mean, this is nuts. They even started hiking towards the very end, by the way, 6.5%. Can you believe it? How the hell did you do that? Look at the low interest rate part, by the way. You see this part? This is when they cut rates because there's like this little recession scare here, I think with the oil crisis or whatever it was. Look at this. They cut down to 3% and then they hiked back up to 6%. What the hell? Isn't that nuts? Or is it? So this is where I will now inform you that one, you are still my friend. You got pointy elbows. You wear fluffy socks and fluffy slippers. Everything you know about markets is most likely wrong. Just accept that in your hearts. Me and you are peanut brains. We have no idea what's going on. There's going to be a cute little peanut here with the cute little sprinkles on it. There you go. All right. We are just little peanut brains. That's it. Your elbows, most likely, they're not as pointy as you think they are. That's another revelation. Of course. So when the famous internet bubble of 1999 peaked, US rates were 5.5%. Funny enough, they even hiked to 6% and it still kept rallying. I mean, I want to go back to this and show you. I'd like to just show you, friends. If I put this on a log chart, please, with your consent, please confirm if I have consent to put on a log chart in here. Thank you very much. Okay, we now have a log chart. Have a look at this. Like, this is crazy. Okay, they hiked from 3% to 6% here. Look at this. They hiked from 3 to 6% and stonks went up like this. How the hell did that happen, right? Look at this. I mean, stonks went up. Oh my God. The NASDAQ went up 2.5x. What the hell? How does that happen? They literally doubled the interest rate from 3 to 6% and NASDAQ doubled too. What a crazy time, man. Now you can see this was one hell of a bubble. So it's not as linear as we think. There are lag effects and everyone's scamming and it's all monopoly money anyway. There are different institutions. You have the Fed here. You have the government. You have all their little institutions, okay? And the Fed will move money to the government and the government will move it to here. And then the Fed will go and speak to these guys and go, hey, dum-dum, you are not to spend your money too aggressively until next year. So they basically let the stock market get carried by this person, but everybody else gets to spend their money right away. Now, can I prove it? No. Do I have evidence for it? No. I'll just tell you, this is what most likely happens. Okay? All in the midst of that chaos, these things happen. Because imagine yourself as a dictator of a country like America. The system collapses based off the stocks and financialization of assets going down too much. So you have to prevent that from happening. You have to do everything in your power. And of course, you can't just will the market and go, you must go up, you must go up. But what they do is they do their cute little money printing. Here's a cute little money printer. Okay, it's printing out US dollars. Yes, they do their little money printing and they send it out to the different waves and institutions. They make these little funds. They do different Excel sheets. That's what happens. But isn't this mind-blowing to see that it went up? So you just have to accept in your heart. Most likely the things we think we know, we don't actually know. This is a shocker. I have to put two little star asterisks here. Double the friendship, double the stars. So the run up happened with high rates. This huge run happened with rates going up. Why is this important? Because in crypto, we got trained by the 2022 bear market. And by we, I mean you and everybody else, because I understand this. But I'm just telling you now, I'm a peanut brain like you. We're outsiders. I'm here to tell you, as your messenger, as your friend, I'm here to tell you, we believe that when rates go up, we get crushed. No, we don't. This is the actual truth, all right? Remember this now. They only raise rates because we are strong and capable. That is actually the truth, all right? So this is what you actually see. So raising rates is a sign that the economy is strong and healthy and friendly. Yes, it's true. It's true. When you go do weights, when someone adds weight, let's say on pump and chest, when you add plates and make it heavier, you don't then say, oh my God, you are so weak. The plates are getting heavier. You say, wow, look how strong you are. You only added the plates because you're so strong. You're getting stronger. You're improving. It's funny, we don't take this into consideration. And of course we don't. You know why? Because when we zoom in, friends, when we see these big, fat, disgusting red candles, we're like, scam, scam, scam. I understand that. That's exactly what we feel like. Or, here's the interesting part. It's not actually about whether we think is happening. We just know that whatever the color candle is, that's the narrative we appreciate, and that's the narrative we'll pay attention to. We're like, okay, the candles are red. All right, everything's a scam. They raised rates, whatever happened. If we went up, oh, okay, we priced it in. You see, markets are chaotic, always 50-50. Most of the time, 50-50 up or down in the short term. That's why you got to take a long-term view. You got to believe that they're printing money. The Ponzi power will do the soup, cycle in the loops, and they come into the crypto bucket. And we will finish off with, of course, friends, the Bitcoin chart with interest rates. You see, Bitcoin was birthed because of the interest rate scam. Of course, Satoshi, God bless him, he knew what was going on. He said, or Hal Finney said, internet and the machines, we can use them to liberate man instead of enslaving them. And here we are, man, woman, and ducks, all of us included. So rates were zero for a long time and we kept going up, right? Now I'm going to show you, we kept going up and up and up and up. This is the interesting part, okay? Because the candles went up so much, no one really paid this too much attention, but this is something to think about. Rates went from zero, which is here, the left-hand side, went from zero, and then the rates went up all the way to 2.5%, roughly here, 2.5%. So from 0 to 2.5%. This was actually an enormous increase because you went from an economy that was bleeding on its knees from 0 to 2.5. That's a huge percentage increase. You went from literally almost no interest payments to 2.5%. Like, wow, okay? Now, what's crazy is that Ethereum was birthed here. So Ethereum is here. Ethereum was made here. Okay, so it's something to think about, all right? The interest rates went up, Ethereum was birthed, and we're going to get the Ethereum logo just to show you right here. So Vitalik makes Ethereum, and then we pump up to the heavens anyway, even with rising and rising and rising interest rates. And we all know, even in the midst of the next bear market with rates that have gone up so high, the innovation kept happening. It really did. So what did we see in 2022? What we saw was rates go up, markets goes down, the market got timed, whatever. But when you go back, if we actually look at the evidence, okay, we actually open our eyes, we see that crypto goes up without these macro bastards. That's the truth. It's all about the innovation. It's all about network effects. It is. It has nothing to do with these macro trash. And this is going to be the biggest trap for everybody. Macro rates, up and down, this and that. But funny enough, it's probably going to come and disappoint us when we don't think about it anymore, which is probably an S&P correlation of some sorts. So interest rates and trying to predict these, you're not going to get anywhere. The truth is, if you can tell me when the next big stock market S&P 500 crash is coming, then you can also tell me when Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to crash. The problem is, the hardest game in the world is trying to predict when the S&P 500 is going to roll over. It's literally the hardest game in the world. Everybody tries to do it because it's the fastest money you can get infinite liquidity on, of course. But it's a very, very tough game because every single US politician is trying to defend its sanctity. So the truth is, you've now seen Ethereum got birthed. We went up anyway. It doesn't matter. Rates were going up. We all know it comes down to different elements, okay? Network effects. We have communities. We have Metcalfe's law, okay? The community is the asset, not the code, okay? It's not about interest rates. It's about the people joining in And we have to satisfy the wants of the consumers who want a community and tribe to join. That's exactly what's happening in crypto right now. Communities, Metcalfe's law. People want to transfer value. This is literally the financialization of Instagram and branding. It's a different mechanism. And we're tokenizing everything. Now there's values thrown around. You know, when you look on social media, people will automatically look at what's the followers? How many likes did this get? Now we attach a dollar value to these things. With crypto, the price going up is literally the amount of followers or subs or how many likes something has. People buy stuff that they like. Obviously, people love Bitcoin and Ethereum, and everybody else is trying to make the next one. So it's always about the community. The community is the asset, not the code. It's not about the interest rates, friends. It's about the people joining in and the rate of people joining in. Okay, we always know this. And it's about the rate of people joining in. You know exactly what that means. Bitcoin has 100 million people. It does right now. All the estimates, Coinbase, Binance, about 100 million people. If we add another 50 million people to Bitcoin, you only increase its user base by 50%. So Bitcoin is slowing down. Okay? But other coins out there only have 200,000 people. Hex community, Pulse Chain community. Chainlink's only got 600,000 holders. Many others. Doge has 4 million. SHIB, I think, has 1.5 million, 1.3 to 1.5 million. Think about these smaller communities. If you simply add 5 million people to any of them, they will absolutely blow the roof off. Huge exponential parabolic gains from Metcalfe's law. But you need to add way more than 5 million for Bitcoin to get a move. You need to start adding 100 million people. So think about what's optimal for people. Of course, Bitcoin has a great story and a great narrative, but we just got to think. It's not about whether you think something is right or wrong. Bitcoin, yes, it's censorship resistant. Yes, it's immutable. Yes, government resistant. All these things, it's great. But we don't care about that. You know why? Because the next 10 million people coming into crypto, we got to think like them. And that's why we aren't going to fall into the trap. All right. Then the trap is going to be to look at interest rates, to look at macro, going up or going down, spending money, whatever the US economy. We don't care about that. Always comes back to the fundamentals. And the fundamentals is Metcalfe's law, network effects. Where do the people want to go? We got to think like the people. We are the people. You know what else we are? Me and you. We're going to be friends forever. Like, subscribe, press the bell button and all. Thank you very much, friends. Bell button. Tell mom and dad we're still going to make them. Don't forget crypto fundamentals, Metcalfe's law, network effects. Not macro interest rates. Catch you in the next one.